Okay, we're in the middle of the North Sea somewhere on our way to Ukraine. I'm here with Mike Hockham from Ukraine Fundraiser, and it's been going through my mind, Mike, what is it that motivates you to keep coming back? This is your 11th trip.
It's turned into a bit of a compulsion, really, I suppose, now. I think when I started, I sat there back in February and watched what was going on when the Russians came down and tried to take Kiev, and I just had to do something. I thought, yeah, it won't last long, everything will be okay, it'll be sorted, Russia will go back, and it's not the case. But now I just feel so driven. I've managed to get quite a lot of stuff out now through different contacts and that, and I've made some really lifelong friends, good people, really good people, that just want to look after their country, their people, their way of life, and that is so under threat at the moment. It has become, I have to say, a compulsion. You could even possibly call it a crusade, to be fair. I took aid out to Eastern Europe back in the 90s, but this is so different. This is a point where Ukraine is fighting for its survival, and possibly most of Europe as well. See it as a lot bigger than that. I came across a picture on Facebook a little while ago, and it summed it up for me. It was an umbrella in the Ukrainian colours covering Ukraine, and its shadow was coming across and covering most of Europe, and symbolising that at the moment, with Ukraine fighting the Russian aggression, that Ukraine is actually protecting the whole of Europe at the moment. Obviously there's political reasons why Europe can't go barreling in and fight with the Ukrainians, but the way they're helping Ukraine at the moment is amazing. I just wish they could do more,
Yeah, gotcha. So on this trip we've got 2 vans going out, and the van I'm driving is full of stuff to help kids, and one of the charities that Mike has been helping out there is aimed solely at kids. Tell me more about that, Mike.
Okay, so yeah, the charity, I believe they're called Children of Ukraine, Future of Ukraine, or something very similar. We can sort that out at a later date, can't we? It's run by a young lady called Marina Vyacheslawovna, and I came across Marina on my second run out, where I delivered to the Polish-Ukraine border up at Budimir, and it was just a basic run, drop at the border, swap over to her guy who drove the stuff further over, and that was the end of it. And then somehow we just started talking, and it developed into, okay, I can get some stuff through in conjunction with our friends at Milton Keynes, the AMK, and it's now turned into pretty much every run that I go on now ends up delivering at Marina's in Brovary, which is just to the east of Kiev. Basically, her main work is that she supports recently displaced families from the front line with support packages, food, bedding, clothing, when they arrive in Brovary, which seems to be at the moment one of the safe places where people actually come, because it's quite an urban area. There's a lot of space for them, but that is running out very quickly now. So she puts a family pack together, and the people come to her place by appointment. They have to have paperwork to prove that they've been displaced. And she puts basic foodstuffs together, toiletries, women's sanitary stuff, nappies, which incidentally are horrendously expensive in Ukraine, even by our standards. Sometimes up to 10 times what we pay in Britain for the same thing, which is crazy. But also she does also try to make the children's life a little bit better with regards to toys, the soft toys, and also anything really that's children orientated. She supports a orphanage near Irpin, which is next door to Bucha. I'm sure you've heard of those two places, that deal with particularly difficult cases with children that have lost their parents, children that have mental issues. Unfortunately, when we go there, we're not allowed to photograph them because their identity has to remain secret under Ukrainian law, because they are vulnerable, very vulnerable children. But she's supported them for quite a good time now, and on the trip previous to this, I was lucky enough to actually visit that orphanage and take some of the stuff that I brought over previously and actually distribute it in the orphanage itself. So.
That's awesome. I love the idea of a charity that's called the Future Children of Ukraine.
Yeah.
I think that's such a worthwhile thing.
Oh yeah, but that's how Ukrainians view their children. You know, they are the future of the country, and the trouble is these kids are going to remember this. They'll never forget this. This will stay with them for life.
Absolutely.